Hi, I'm Jeetujayson and I am a celebrity PR agent or PR consultant and entrepreneur. And I have a very interesting topic for you all today, which is why exactly is it possible to leapfrog or to go from zero to a hero in an instant in any field or in business in general? Why does the universe permit such a thing to happen in the first place? Why isn't there a cosmic limit on such actions or such behavior? So that is what we're going to discuss in this video. Let me first start with a story. I'll get into the math and science of this phenomena later. A few years ago, I saw this documentary about Jane Goodall. She is an English primatologist, which means she conducts studies on chimpanzees and other apes. And there were many interesting things in that documentary. But long story short, chimpanzees have hierarchies within their communities, and the way they arrange themselves in those hierarchies is by exhibiting strength and noise. The more branches you shake and the more noise you make by screaming, the higher up you are on that hierarchy. That's how basically they do it. So this is a clip of how that works.
In an effort to better his rank, the male puts on an awesome charging display. With hair bristling and vegetation flying, the male makes himself appear larger and more dangerous than he actually is. Intended to intimidate rivals, it is usually nothing more than superb bluff.
So if you are a chimp and want to climb up the hierarchy, you have to work hard and become strong and make a lot of noise to intimidate others around you. Now, the interesting bit about this documentary was there was this beta chimp who was the lowest ranking member of that particular community. He went from that to the highest ranking member like that. And this is how he did it. Take a look.
One male rose to the top of the hierarchy by intelligence rather than strength. Mike discovered that rolling empty kerosene cans from Jane's camp made a horrifying noise. Originally one of the lowest ranking males, Mike was now number one.
So he basically leapfrogged from the bottom to the top simply by changing the paradigm, to move to a different playing field altogether. So, and if you want to watch this documentary in full, I have linked it below. Take a look at that. When I saw this, I knew there were such bugs exist in society and in every level of our society, and if you can exploit those bugs and hack it, just like the chimp did accidentally, you can catch or you can leapfrog from where you are now to a totally different level of competition. Now, I know this sounds too good to be true. Now let me explain this mathematically and from a physics standpoint. Why do the laws of physics or biology permit such a behavior or such activity to happen? Why does the possibility exist? And I'm not saying this is easy, but the possibility exists for each and every one of us. So in mathematics, there's something called local maxima and global maxima or absolute maxima. This simply means that try as you might, if you keep trying hard to optimize, aka become better on a local maxima, you will still lose to someone who's just average on a global maxima. If you try to walk or run as fast as you can, you would still lose to someone who's just an average driver. Like most of the chimps in the documentary were trying to compete on the same playing field. They were trying to optimize the local maxima, which was to make noise through their vocal cords. Compared to the beta chimp who just used 2 tin cans to beat the competition by moving to a different playing ground, the global maxima. Now, the beta chimp is still a beta chimp, except that he's a beta chimp on a global maxima, which simply makes him superior to even the best alpha males in the local maxima category. So we see this in other areas of life as well. Like if you want to build a better car, there is only so much you can improve an internal combustion car, but an electric car has a lot more overhead room to improve upon. So or take the example of like the cold calling sales teams. The best cold calling sales teams will always be inferior to an average marketing or PR campaign. To put it simply, players on the local maxima cannot compete with players on the global maxima. You can either compete with someone, with others on the same playing field, or you can move to higher ground and then compete. Such opportunities and bugs exist in every field and on every level. So I encourage you all to go on a bounty hunt to find more of these ripe situations that you can exploit and make life better for yourself and others. Have a great day.